Yo, YouTube, what's going on, boys? I'm back with another one, man. Um, it's your boy Subconscious, as always, back with another video for you guys, man. Um, Hopefully, you guys are doing good. Hopefully, you guys are staying strong on your SR journey. I hope you guys are all enjoying the journey. I hope that you guys are all forming connections with God. I hope you guys are putting God first on a daily basis, staying away from lust, staying away from casual sex. It's kind of what this video is going to be about. All right. I'm just sitting here thinking about how sex has created a lot of pain in my life. You know, I'm sitting here thinking about just a lot of different stuff, you guys. You know, my mind has definitely shifted when it comes to sex. You know, I see it now as a sacred energy exchange, and it's not meant for recreation or pleasure. I'm very much into the Bible, you guys. I'm a Christian, so I go by what the Bible says, and I believe that we're supposed to have sex when we want to make a child, and society, and I ultimately believe the devil has twisted it to gotten us to the point where he makes it seem like it's nothing. It's some lighthearted activity that we can do and whatever, and then God forbid also masturbation. We already know what's up. That's why we all talk about semen retention and how powerful it is. But I wanted to get into like celibacy, you guys, and how celibacy will help you avoid soul ties. And I want to talk about what soul ties are and why it's dangerous, and how this is a very important aspect of being on semen retention, but also celibacy, and how it's going to protect us from soul ties, you guys, because I've had soul ties. I've had a lot of them, and this is what happens when you smash, when you smash and when you fornicate with somebody before you really get to know them. It's an issue, bro, and it's very, very dangerous. Soul ties are extremely dangerous. This is what happens, you guys. This is the last relationship that I was in. Okay, we ended up, having a pretty solid relationship, and I still love this girl. I always will, because we've spent a lot of time together, but probably because we're soul tied. This stuff is real, guys. Guys, if you think back, and on a side note, if you think back to all your ex-girlfriends and just think back to them, try to just kind of close your eyes and spiritually imagine that you guys are like still somewhat like tied together. There's like a thread, like a soul between you guys' soul. I guarantee that you can feel that, because it's true. Anybody that you've had a lot of sex with, your energy stays with them, and then their energy stays with you. That's why when you think about your exes, or you think about all these girls that you smashed, it's like you feel like you're closer to them, even though you haven't chilled with them in years, or haven't talked to them in years. You still feel like in the back of your mind, you're like, I know she's still thinking about me, or she's like, you know what I'm saying, guys? Like, it's because you have a soul tie with that person, and it comes with having a lot of sex. Soul ties are, mental, physical, spiritual connection, social connection. But the physical one is what really gets us to this place where we feel like we're really tied to these people. It's formed from casual sex, you guys. This forms from that smash first mentality, to where you meet up with a girl, and then you guys just, you're physically attracted, so you smash. And it gets you into this place where you smash first, and the bond that you guys share is formed from the sex. You know what I mean? Like, you start having sex, and then basically you're like, oh, this is what we do. This is our thing. We link up and we have sex, right? And so obviously that's going to form some kind of connection, because sex fires off dopamine in your brain. Sex fires off that, everyone likes sex, bro. It feels great. It releases dopamine. I mean, it's pleasure, right? But it's toxic when you're doing it in that way. You know what I mean? But guys, this can lead to like time being wasted on the wrong path, and it can lead you to getting a soul tie with the wrong human being. You know, and that's why I said, like, the last girl that I was with, we dated for 5-6 years, but obviously she wasn't the right girl for me. You know, she wasn't the right woman for me to get married and have a family. You know what I mean? We thought that's what it was, but it really wasn't, and it was a soul tie. You know, and it can be hard to break these soul ties. You know, it's like you get tied to these people through sex, through fornicating early, right? And you essentially form the bond just from the sex. You don't even think about who they are on the inside. You just, you know, it's like, let's just start smashing and we'll figure out the other details later. That's insane, bro. You think about it like that. Like, oh yeah, you know, your personality is not the best. I don't really like what, you know, your spirit is a little bit dull, but you know, we'll fix that later because we be smashing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we're good. You know, it's like, how toxic is that, bro? So that's how a lot of people operate, though, dude. Like, for real. And then it can be hard to sever these soul ties, you know, because you have this emotional bond, this physical, you know, this sex, and it can lead to a lot of time wasted, you know, on the wrong path, right? I know that everything is a learning experience, but sometimes you can really stay with the wrong person for longer than you need to be. You know, it's like you can learn this lesson a little bit quicker. So this is what celibacy and semen retention can get us to avoid, you guys. It can get us to avoid these things, and it can get us into this, you know, we get removed from that smash first mentality, right? To where we're linking up with all these girls and we just want to smash. And you know, that's why I felt terrible about this last girl that I was into, you know, and then when we would meet up, it's like it got too lustful, you know what I mean? I really wish it wasn't like that, man. And it made me, you know, I felt the conviction, you know, when we ended up fornicating, we ended up fooling around and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, this is just gonna lead to spiritual death, right? Because we're gonna start smashing all the time, you know. So you gotta nip it in the butt, you guys, if that happens. And it can be difficult, but you're gonna avoid soul ties, because soul ties are very dangerous, and they're very, it could take you down, bro. Take you down the wrong path with the wrong person. You know, you got to get into this mindset where it's not smash first. You know, it should be spirit and personality first. You should try to figure out if you guys have a spiritual connection. Figure out if you guys have things in common, right? If you get along, if you're not gonna fight, you know, if you have, you know, similar beliefs in different things, you know, all that stuff is way more important than, like, you know, that you guys have sexual chemistry. You know, you can have sexual chemistry with damn near any female, you know, if you're slightly attracted to her, you know, it's not very hard, right? So it's got to be way deeper than this, you guys. And sex in general is way deeper than we think, you guys. Like I said, it's a sacred energy exchange between two people. You know, sex is literally not meant for all of this recreational pleasure. It's meant for, you know, making a human being. So we got to start looking at this differently, you guys. And this is one of the things that celibacy really helps us avoid, is forming these soul ties. It really protects us from a lot of danger, and it gets us in this place where we can, you know, activates our discernment going on semen retention, so we can see who's who, you know, what girls are out here and which ones have good spirits, which ones are living for the world, which ones are lustful, which ones are, you know, all different stuff. Because there's tons of different types of females, and there's tons of different types of men too, you know. So we got to just be careful, you guys, and use the celibacy and semen retention as a tool, bro, so we can avoid, you know, getting ourselves into these bad situations. So, all right, guys, hopefully y'all enjoyed this video, man. Celibacy and semen retention helps you avoid soul ties, you know. It helps you avoid and helps you get a lot more careful with who you're chilling with and who you're mixing with your energy with. All right, guys, it's super important, and it's protection from God. So very, very important, and super blessed and super grateful for all this stuff. So praise the big homie upstairs. All right, guys, Much love, and I will catch you guys on the next one, man. Peace out. Stay strong, guys.